Good morning. How is everybody today? Nice out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. Um, it was really cold this morning. It was cold. My bird bath was frozen. I have heaters in the animals' water, so that's all right. But it was cold. So this is going to be the liquid fence video, but I'm going to tell you something really interesting first. While I'm talking, we'll go up and visit the kids. But over the weekend we had tornadoes. We actually had 3. There were 2 F0s and 1 was a 1. I live in Rhode Island and New England, and we don't get tornadoes generally. They're very rare. So people really don't know what to do. I do because I've traveled all over the place and I try to know stuff like that. It's like there's a few things if you know, especially if you travel. Let's turn around. Hey guys. Hi. Hello. Hi. How are you? You little babies. Cinnamon and sugar are going to be sold. I'll get to that later. But we had the tornadoes. Yeah. I was working inside the house. I had been outside and all of a sudden it got really, really dark. I mean, the sun was going down anyway, so it was dark. So I was going to go out and get cleaned up from where I was working on the front. And we got a tornado. Now, usually we get watches, but we got a tornado warning. And I'm like, well, that's not good, because that means somebody's actually seeing something. So, and I had been hearing the weather from the Boston channel, and they were saying like, oh, severe thunderstorms and everything. But I signed up for, around here they call them red alerts, and it's all kinds of, like when something weird is going on. And that's what I got the warning. So I looked outside, and outside of my kitchen window there's a street light, and you could see it was, I call it the Forrest Gump rain. You know, it's like there's rain going from the left and from the right and going up and going down and like in circles almost. And how everything happens in like a millisecond. In my head, I'm like, this could be bad. Yeah. There was like a little expletive going through my head right then. So, and then I heard that freight train sound. Now remember, outside it was pitch black, except for the mailman's here. It was pitch black except for that street light. So, but I heard that, so I grabbed the dogs and went to the basement, and literally carried Gigi and dragged Cindy by the neck. And because they don't like the basement. My basement is gross. It's dirt floor and stone walls. And luckily, I had just a month ago bombed for spiders, so you don't get the spider infestation over the winter. And yes, these guys are very fat. They're not pregnant, just in case you're wondering. That's happening over the weekend. That's why Cinnamon and Sugar, those 2, are getting sold, because they're too young. They could be bred. I mean, biologically they could, but in good husbandry they shouldn't be. They're too young. They're too small. They're too young. So anyway, back to what I was saying. We went down the basement. I went between the wall and I have an upright freezer and a chest freezer, and the chest freezer's more out, so we were between the wall and the upright freezer and just waiting. And I was watching the news alerts, and I was watching the feed. You know, I could receive. I don't think I could text out, because in my basement it's just weird like that. And there were people commenting, and some of them like really caught my attention. It was sad. There was a girl, and she says, I'm in Shaw's parking lot. I'm alone, and I'm afraid. Please help. And all I could think, I wish I could text, I want to say, get in the store. Get in the store. And anybody, if something like that happens, go into a liquor store, because they have the beer cooler in the back. But anything is better than being sitting in your car. Holy Toledo. But how many people praying to God and everything on a text? I don't understand that, but if that's how you do it, that's fine. When I'm feeling that way, I usually pretty much go direct line. I don't bother texting. So, I don't know. But, I mean, I didn't feel fear or panic or anything. It's just like, see what happens. And I was very fortunate. And I will show you. I mean, it's crazy. Because right now, we're in a strange thing. Like, some of these trees have been girdled and they're dead. The goats eat the bark and stuff. Deer eat the bark. And evergreens wouldn't lose it anyway. But like here, the trees are all pretty much full, except for the ones that are either, sickly and all that stuff. All around the back of me, the nut trees have lost. But you can see most of them have their leaves, unless they are they've already lost their leaves, or they're a nut tree or something like that, or they're damaged or something. But across the street, the trees are all very healthy. Yeah, my dead tree. The dead tree. It's not really dead, but boy, I'll tell you, if that storm came, probably a couple 100 feet over towards my house, that thing would be no more. But look at the trees across. They're all oak trees. And that's it. The tops. All the tops. Now if you go down lower, there is stuff. And then if you go farther, there's if you can see behind these houses here, see, in between here, see in there, all those have been stripped too. It's amazing. But if you go farther down to the right, where was I? Going down Route 2. That's this direction, over back in there. I wish I got pictures of that, because the trees literally, one side of the tree was bare and the other side of the tree has leaves on it. I'm like, holy crap, but I was driving. So anyway, I never got to finish my poles, and Thanksgiving is coming up, but I'll do them and put them away for next year. But anyway, that's all right. I've been busy doing other stuff. Anyway, but it was so odd. We had they finally said that we did have the tornadoes, but it's like, people should brush up, We're used to hurricanes going on for hours. I can't imagine a tornado going on for hours. It would be total destruction. I'm not sure if this is how it works, but a hurricane comes on kind of slow, and then when it picks up speed and stuff, most of the wind direction comes from one side, and then as it passes by, the wind direction changes slowly and it's from the other side. All right? So most of the destruction from hurricanes, while a lot of it is from wind, the big damage with hurricane is from water. It's water. A lot of problems from water. But it seems like the tornadoes, they come so fast that the wind just whips around from side to side and everything, and it just breaks stuff all up. So they each have their own thing. But if you pretty much figure out what to do during them, you're covered for pretty much anything. But I couldn't believe people just sitting in their cars. There were people driving. I don't get that, you know. It's like, oh, I got to get home because I'm at work. No, you don't. You don't have to go anywhere. What you have to do is stop and get out of your car before it becomes a projectile. So anyway, that's what I have to say. I thought it was quite interesting. And let's see. So the thing that I do want to talk about is the liquid fence. I had to block out a little sneeze there. And the thing I want to talk about is liquid fence. Liquid fence. If you've been watching, you know that aside from goats and stuff, this is like an animal kingdom here. Animal menagerie. There's, oh boy, there's chipmunks, squirrels, raccoons. I have a possum den, woodchucks. There's a ferret that lives over in the side. I still can't catch him. I think somebody lost a pet and it took up in my yard. Quite a, you name it, and they're here. I don't know why I don't really get bothered with, the coyotes don't come down. I think they're just afraid of me. Anyway, that day is coming too. But, inside, I've been bothered by something in my house. I think I have a squirrel. I'm not sure. I've seen the poops. I've gotten a few. That's how I know it's not a rat, because there are not, I think I got like 6. And it's been a week. So it's whatever it is going in and out. It's only active in the morning until about 8, and then it stops. So I think it comes in at night, and around 5:30 in the morning it starts. Doesn't get into anything. I have a heart trap, 2 CO2 cartridge ones, the A24s, and I have 4 of those sticky things, and nothing is catching. So I don't know what it is. I'm going through, like, tearing stuff apart. I can't find any place. I just have no clue. So, but the poops I have, they're not, I know, first thing I thought was rat. Nope, seen rat poop before, and it's not a rat. This looks like granola logs, but little tiny, like, how big? Not even, maybe as big as, if you know chicken feed, a little bigger than chicken feed, but not everybody knows that. But you probably get the idea. I mean, it's not like dog or anything like that. Way bigger than mouse. Rat is kind of like goat poop. It's like not a round pellet, but it's like oblongy, you know. But it's kind of like goat poop. It's smoother. This looks like a granola bar. It's chunky. It doesn't have pointy ends. It's bizarre looking. It's different. So I don't know what it is. The only thing I could think was squirrel. So the one I have, I'm waiting for them to dry out, because they said the easiest way to tell the difference is squirrel dries out where rat doesn't. So, since it doesn't even look like rat, I don't know if it's that. I don't know what it is, but it's unnerving. The dogs aren't happy about it. Except Gigi, she's like, woo, new toys to play with. But she's going out looking, and she doesn't get it either. So I don't know where it is, where it's hiding, how it gets in and out. It could very conceivably be in the wall or under the floor, because this house is not insulated, and my floor isn't insulated. So, which is why years ago my parents had rugs put down. The whole house has hardwood floors. That'd be really nice, matched pine hardwood floors, or matched oak, whatever it is, but it's matched, and it's like whoop-de-doo, good floors. but they put down rugs because there is no insulation. So if something's under, running around on the underneath, in between that space, it would sound like it's right there. I don't know, but it sure sounds like something's like right in there. But nothing is disturbed, nothing's eaten, and with all the traps and all the bait, nothing is touched. It's just weird. But I did have some styrofoam, the packing peanuts that kind of melt down, and something got, well, I'm pretty sure it was that, unless it was the dogs, but I don't think so, but something got into them, and if they chewed them, this is fun, because they melt down, they would have ended up like chewing on gum, I would imagine. But anyway, whatever, nothing. I've got peanut butter, sunflower seeds, cereal, all kinds of stuff in the traps, and nothing is being touched. So if anybody can guess what that is, I don't know. But because I have so many animals on the outside, I wanted to try this stuff. Somebody at Tractor Supply said, try this liquid fence stuff. All right? It works. It really, really works. A couple of days before the tornado, I sprinkled it around the house. Within 15 minutes, there were no, and this was just around the house. I didn't do the perimeter. You can smell it. And actually, I like the smell. Everybody might not, but I like the smell. Actually, it would make a good rub. Don't do that. Don't do that. Really. Do not do that. But it smells like it would make a good pork rub. But 15 minutes. And since then, even with the rain, well, let me go around the back because you can see, even with the rain, it didn't dissolve. In a couple places where I had to like heave it in, where there's a little bit heavier than it should be, or like there's not leaves and stuff. I will show you, but because it says liquid fence and it's not liquid, it's granular. It's a granular. While I'm walking, I'll tell you what's in it. It's pretty cool. It's cornmeal oil, cinnamon oil, castor oil, garlic oil, other ingredients, and that's it. And I think the other ingredients are just whatever the sprinkly stuff is. It smells good. I was thinking it smelled like a cross between, my first thought was mint and eucalyptus. But now that I read after I read it, you can actually smell, yep, the mint, the cinnamon, and the garlic, a lot of garlic. So it's kind of cool, and I'll show you see that granular, can you see it? All right, like in there, this granular stuff. The white, it's like a off-white stuff, that granular. That's what it looks like. And let's sprinkle it around, and within 15 minutes, they were gone. It's like, I usually have a bunch, and you look around here now, it's in the morning, and it's quiet. This is like 9:30. This is prime time, these little suckers. There's nothing going on. Nothing. You can always hear them jumping in everything, especially in the leaves. You can hear them from far away. You hear that? There's nothing. Isn't that crazy? In the front where the bird feeders are, there's no little critters running around. Because usually all day there's along the back here, under the bird feeder stuff, there's chipmunks running all over the place because everything around here has seeds. They say don't put out bird feeders. Everything I have, they don't even go with the bird feeders, seriously. They're not under the bird feeders. They go up into the beautyberry bush. I got the baptisia, all the flower seeds. Oh my goodness, the celosia, holy smoke. That thing pops out seeds like there's gazillions of them. And they go all back and forth. You know? There's nothing. You hear it? None. Absolutely none. Now, it doesn't bother the birds. I filled the bird feeder. See, it doesn't bother the birds at all. And these are squirrel resistant. And actually, if you're looking for squirrel resistance, these 2 bird feeders are awesome. This is the one that's got the ladybugs on the side, but that ladybug fell off. But it's like if a squirrel gets on here, it goes bloop, and pulls a little thing over the hole. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, I don't know. So just to let you know, if you're looking for something, this here is liquid fence. And I do not, like, it's not, nobody told me to do this or pay. It's somebody told me this works. I tried it and it does. It's safe for kids, pets, and wildlife. Safe for edible plants. Rain resistant. I think I read on here somewhere it lasts about a month. And after how much rain it's been through so far, I'm betting it lasts longer. Oh, diatomaceous earth. You know what that does too? That helps with insects if you have insects with problems. Alrighty. The biggest caution is there could be allergic reaction. You know, allergy, because it's got more than likely would be the cormant or other ingredients, diatomaceous earth. This stuff is awesome. Wow. I should have read this earlier. It has a really good little thing here, but it's in Spanish, so I can't read it. Anyway, it says lasts up to 4 weeks. There we go. Starts to work immediately, and I will say, indeed, it does. It says repels small animals like rabbits. My rabbits! That's right. I have rabbits that lived under here. And I used to see them every morning and every night, and I have not seen them since I put this down. I didn't even think about them. Maybe that's what's in the house. No, wrong poop. They have looks like little tiny goat poop. Never mind. But yeah. Now there is another one of these. I think it was for deer, for larger animals. So if you're having like chomp problems with deer, I was in the back a little bit. I may get some for the cherry tree that my dad did, because I thought something was chewing on it, but it could have just been, the leaves falling. But I think around it was some, what do you call them? What is that came up? I really like it. Hibiscus. Some hibiscus self-seeded around there. And around here we get something that eats the leaves. It's like a little bug. And I thought at first maybe the deer got to it. And then I was thinking, well, maybe it's just that little bug. So I don't know. But I might sprinkle some around the back there. So just to let you know, that stuff does work if you got an animal problem. So, but I can't get over it. Usually that I've been out here walking around, and you always see up in the back dancing squirrels and everything. The only place I've seen a squirrel go is up and down the dead tree, and way, way up in the back up here along. I've seen squirrels up there, but they stay way, way up along like the ridge. Seriously. So that is a good one. Because I'll tell you, like I said before, if I find something that works, I will tell you. I will never say, like, oh, this is a good thing just to say it. Nah. And I'm pretty darn picky, because some stuff works all right, but nah. Like, don't waste your time. So but that's me. But if I find something that works, I will definitely tell you. So anyway, I have to get back to Oh, I have to go inside. We have classes coming up because my season for work starts in January. And I won't say who I work for, but you can guess. We have classes to take, and the website isn't letting us into the classes. And my first grouping of them have to be done by Friday. Today is Tuesday, and I still can't get into the classes. I said, what do you want me to do? I've tried everything I can. Other people are going ahead, but if you go out of order, the order that they do things like, I mean, this is November, and you take classes now, they're basically changes in the system and stuff. Because some of these classes, they get updated. So if you take a December class now, it could be either out of date, or by the time you start work, you go like, oh yeah, what was that again? So it's best to do it in order, but there's some kind of glitch going on and it's not good. So we'll see, but that's just how it goes. But I'm not gonna lose my mind about it. I'm just going to, I don't know. I'm not gonna lose my mind about it. So everybody's doing that for me. Seriously. There's a bunch of people that are up in arms, shall we say. Oh well. But I hope you have a good day. And try to do something nice for somebody, because you never know what they're going through. Alrighty? Take care. Have a good day. Until next time.